Ms. Jefferson?
Yes. All right. I'll keep mine on just so you guys can see me. Hi, everyone. I'm Ms. Jefferson. I want to welcome everybody who has joined us tonight. Thank you so much. We're really happy to meet you. We're even more excited because we know we're going to be meeting you guys in person in just a few months. So we're really happy that you guys could join us tonight. And thank you guys so much for choosing Chelsea and joining our family. We have a bunch of info for you guys today, just to welcome you. So we are the Chelsea Lions. At some point, I'm sure I won't name names yet, but I'm sure that someone in our staff is going to introduce you to our Lion Cheer at some point tonight. But we are the Lions. That stands for leaders, innovators, orators, newsmakers, and scholars. You will hear that every morning on the loudspeaker during our announcements. And that is who we are at Chelsea. We are family, and we are all of these things.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I guess I could cut my camera on. Hello, everyone. My name is Ms. Mack. I'm the Career Financial Management teacher, and I'm part of the CTE program. Career and Financial Management, your students will take ninth grade IC3 digital literacy and also career financial management. There's 3 majors at Chelsea High School that you will make a selection in your freshman year, and the 3 majors would be Cisco networking, computer system and telecommunication, and graphic design. And you'll have that track in the 10th, 11th, and 12th grade. And at a later date, we will be discussing that a little bit more. Okay, next slides. Okay, CTE opportunities. Since we're a CTE school, there are fantastic opportunities at our school that I'm sure all the students would love. These are some of the opportunities. We have 54 hours of work-based learning, paid and unpaid internship, which is very good. Even if you don't get paid for your internship, it's really good to have an internship that you can put on your resume. We also have the Summer Youth Employment Program, which guarantee jobs opportunity. Again, this is also information that you could put on your resume, which will prepare you for the future. We have job shadowing. Business opportunities. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of go with the business opportunities over to the CTE prepares you for. All these things that you will be doing at Chelsea High School will be preparing you for employment, apprenticeship programs, state license tests, industry certification tests. Also at Chelsea High School, we have other things that you can get involved with that is beneficial to you for the future: career and college advising, free SAT courses and tutoring, summer ELA and math academy, social and emotional support service, and mentoring programs, and a host of other things too. Okay, CTE major certification, 3+ within each CTE majors. What does it mean to be certified? You pass a 3-part certification examination. You are considered proficient in the field. What does a certification do for you? Have a step above other job applicants, and you can also put it on your resume.
Okay, so I am Ms. Lawrence, and I am going to be your child's guidance counselor. What does a typical day at Chelsea CTE look like? The day begins at 7:30 when students are allowed in the building. Students go to either the cafeteria for breakfast or they go to the auditorium where they remain until they are signaled to begin their first period class. As Principal Reed reminds us daily, early is on time is late, and late is not an option. So we encourage our students to begin building a habit of good time management by arriving to the building early. Period 1 starts at 8:15. Period 8 ends at 2:35. Period 5 lunch is reserved for grade 9 students. All other students take their lunch break period 4. Following dismissals from 2:45 until 4:45, students can remain in the building and engage in a number of activities to support their academics, their tutoring, and their also extracurricular and sporting activities as well. Classes typically meet for 45 minutes each, and students have about 3 minutes to get from one class to the next. This is doable. We are a small school. We share the building with another school, and we occupy only 2 floors. So it is quite easy for students to transition to their next class within that time frame. Okay, this is a typical freshman schedule. Because we are a CTE program, students take both academic and career classes. So on the schedule, you'll see the academic classes, English, algebra, health, etc., and their first career-based course, which is career and financial management. All courses are required to meet New York State graduation requirements and industry certification. Each year, we have an increasing number of students entering with high school level courses. These students will begin to take 10th grade classes and the Regents exams. So instead of starting with algebra, living environment, and US history, these students will begin with geometry, earth science, and global studies. So that's basically what a typical freshman day freshman schedule would look like at Chelsea High School.
Good evening. My name is Miss Mohan. Can you guys hear me well? Because my computer's a bit...
Yeah, we can.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. So I'm a history teacher here at Chelsea. So welcome to all of you new students, parents, guardians. You're currently viewing the courses that the 9th graders will be programmed into. And there are 8 classes in total, 3 of which end in Regents exams. Next slide, please. Thank you. So again, like I said, I'm the US history teacher. And for 9th grade, usually we would have US history as an 11th grade course, but because students from junior high, as they're coming in, they already have 7th and 8th grade US history understanding, it would be easier for them to transition into 9th grade US history. So we also offer, in this upcoming September, we're going to offer AP US to certain students who have the grade level 3s and 4s as they're coming in, to those 9th grade freshman students. In this history course, we're going to look to re-examine past events and try to connect whatever information from the past that we can currently have. History is it's live, it's ongoing, and it's always ever changing. And I say re-examine because, as I said before, 9th graders are coming in with that knowledge of US history. Next slide, please. Thank you. So now this brings us to credit accumulation and the course programming. So for example, Ms. Lawrence had said previously, a typical 9th grade schedule would be US history. However, if you had passed, because some schools do offer the Regents in their 8th grade. So if you passed algebra or US history in the 8th grade, as you're coming into 9th grade, instead of getting US history as a 9th grader, you would receive global history instead. Here, I'm sorry. Okay, so with history in total, you need 8 credits. So for ninth grade, you're going to receive two, one per semester. For global history, we have it for 2 years, and you get 4 credits in total. Then for the 12th grade, we have participation in government for 1 semester and economics for another semester. And as I said before, in the upcoming September, we will offer AP US History for the ninth graders. If the ninth grader passes, which I shouldn't say if, when the ninth grader passes the AP US History course, that ninth grader will receive college credits. So we have the local diploma there, the Regents diploma and advanced Regents diploma. These are the scores that the student must achieve in order to get those particular diplomas. Sorry. Rena, Mr. Ovaez.
Ovaez, where you at? You here?
Yep, I'm here. Hi guys, I'm Mr. Ovaez. I'm one of the Algebra 1 teachers.
And I'm Miss Rena. I'm the other Algebra 1 teacher.
And also, if you guys, if any of you got Algebra 1 credit in 8th grade, and you're going to be going into geometry next year in 9th grade, I also teach geometry, so I might end up teaching some of you guys anyways. So these are the 5 math courses available at Chelsea, right? So we have Algebra 1, which ends in a Regents at the end of the year. Like I said, some of you guys may be familiar with that, even though there weren't any Regents at the end of this year. Then we have Geometry afterwards as another Regents class, and Algebra 2, which also ends in a Regents class. After that, you either go into pre-calculus, which is not, it doesn't actually have a Regents exam, but it's a really good class to take to prepare for college placement exams, right? So a lot of colleges have placement exams to figure out what level of math you've already completed, to figure out what classes to put you in and what classes you can skip. Pre-calculus is a really good preparation for that, so you get to skip some of those college classes in the future. And then there's AP Calculus, which is a college level course, and that does end in an advanced placement exam. AP stands for advanced placement. And if you get a 4 or 5 on that test, you're very likely to get college credit, and you won't have to take calculus in college, so you can save time and money in college. Ms. Rena, is there anything else to add?
I think you've covered it.
Okay, sorry, I didn't leave anything for you though.
No, it's okay. I got the next slide. Teamwork.
Okay.
Teamwork makes the dream work. So talking about all these Regents exams might make you feel a little anxious, but the thing that's really, really good, and I'm going to jump down to the bottom table first, is that if you score higher than a 70 or higher on both the Algebra 1 or geometry, or higher than a 65 on the Algebra 2, some schools, specifically ones in CUNY, will accept that as well for placement exams. So you wouldn't actually have to sit for the placement exam, so long as you scored above these at or above these grades on the Regents exam. So they are worthwhile for you to be able to have that college placement exam forgone. You don't have to worry about it, not another test to stress about. And it also, if you get all 3, you're on track for partially receiving a advanced Regents diploma, right? So all 3 in your pocket will be an amazing thing. And if you're already coming in with algebra, you only have 2 to really worry about. But then going back to similar to what Ms. Mohan had pointed out, you do need to pass one exam with a 65 or higher in order to receive graduation credits. So again, if you come in with the Algebra 1 already done, you have your math credit done. And then from there, it's just, I'm so sorry, my cat is just always an attention hog. And you will have, you already be one and done for the graduation requirements. We also like to point out that math is all about love, and we do love math. By the end of our courses, you will love math, and it will be amazing.
And Ms. Rena, can I add one thing? This is not about math actually, but I just wanted to let you guys know that you don't have to necessarily take notes on all of this or remember all of this, because at the end, we're going to share these slides with everybody who's here. And we're also going to put this recording on YouTube, not available publicly, but available through a link for the families in Chelsea, okay? So you don't have to worry about trying to get all of this. It's a lot of info. You'll have access to it after this too.
All right, Ms. Jefferson is up.
All righty. Thank you. All right. Hello again, everyone. I'm Ms. Jefferson. I was the 9th grade ELA teacher this year. We also have Ms. Scott with us. She is another excellent ELA teacher here at Chelsea. We have two others, Mr. Silverfeld and Ms. Foote. So in ELA, there is one Regents that you will have to take. When you get to the 9th grade for ELA, we're really just going to be learning a bunch of really important skills, both reading skills and writing skills, to help you become a stronger reader and writer, and ultimately prepare you for that Regents. You're going to take your Regents in the 10th grade. All right. So as it says here, a graduation requirement is that you pass your ELA Regents. You need a 65 to pass, but a 75 for college readiness. And you need 8 credits total for ELA. What that means is that your entire career here at Chelsea, in high school in general, you'll be taking some sort of English class. You'll be reading, you'll be writing throughout your whole high school career. All right. But in 9th grade, what we're doing is just sharpening those reading and writing skills that you're coming to us with, and we're just going to sharpen those and strengthen those. So you will be taking the Regents in the 10th grade. You also have the option to take AP courses. AP Language and Composition is offered to 11th grade students, and AP Literature and Composition is offered to 12th grade students. So you will be given that option, but the priority really is to pass the Regents. You can take the AP exam, or you can take the AP classes in the AP exam if you choose. And there is a difference between AP Language and AP Literature. And as you can imagine, AP Language is where you kind of sharpen that understanding. Oh, thank you, Ms. Martin. And what AP means is advanced placement. So that's if you really love reading and writing and you want to take a course that you feel would really challenge you, you would go for that advanced placement AP course. And we also have, Miss Martin is with us, who is another amazing English teacher at Chelsea. So in AP Language, we focus on writing, especially arguments, and analyzing text and writing about our texts, coming up with claims, persuasive writing. And in AP Literature, we are analyzing literature and exploring character setting, literary devices. So we have a few ELA teachers with us. I'm really happy about that. If any of you guys want to add anything, feel free. But that's our rundown for ELA.
Good evening. I'm Ms. Scott. I am an English teacher and have been there for quite some time. As I am one of the AP Language teachers, in AP Language, I always say everything is an argument. And when we think of an argument, it is not fussing back and forth. It is about making our claim and being able to identify that claim. So I am hoping that we are just not settling for a 65 in ELA. We want you to get the highest that you can possibly obtain. Another thing, if you are in 8th grade and you have taken the ELA Regents, you will go into 10th grade. There might be a possibility that or if you're a 10th grader, you also may be able to come and take AP Lang. I am well aware that I will be your English teacher next year. And so I'm looking forward to meeting all of our incoming freshman class of, can I get what class? Come on, I need to hear from somebody. Class of
2025.
Thank you. Class of 2025. Okay, I will come on later on. I am the rah person. You heard Ms. Jefferson say it earlier. I will be back. I'm looking forward to hearing some noise. We want to hear you roar.
I told you guys. I told you it was coming. Thank you, Ms. Scott.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. Hello again. Let's Did I have it all? Okay, I'm Ms. Mack. I'm the career and financial management teacher. The students will take this course in ninth grade. This prepares them for the future. They will learn about budgeting, credit cards and loans, credit scores, investments, and they'll also be able to apply to real life situation. Mainly during the ninth grade, the students will be learning career planning, which is very, very important. They start planning their career from ninth grade all the way to the 12th grade, which leads them to beyond high school also. The things that they will be doing is formal assessment. And what this is that they will match their personality with a particular job. And they will research these jobs in different pathway clusters. So they get a feel of what area they would like to go into. They will explore career options. They will learn soft and hard skills, transferable skills, employability skills. They will research the labor market for data, what trends are out there in the job market, analyze job market data to a specific career. They will learn about investigating a particular career and how to network and realize how important networking is. And these are just a few things that we do in career financial management and also with trips. That's the first half of the semester. The second half of the semester, the students will be taking a course called IC3 certification, digital certification. And there's 3 parts to that computer course, which is very, very good. The first part is key application, living online, and computer fundamentals. This will put you ahead of the game. This will put something nice on your resume when you're looking for a job. At the end of your 12th year, you will get endorsed diploma with the IC3 certification if you pass all 3 of the exams. So that's something to look forward to. You'll be able to use it anywhere you go. Thank you. Looking forward to you next year.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. My name is Ms. Smith. I teach science at Chelsea. I just want to welcome all the new families and students coming to Chelsea. We're excited to have you in person in the fall. I think we're all ready for that. So again, my name is Ms. Smith, and also Ms. Ladada is here. She is also a science teacher.
Yes, this is Ms. Ladada. And I teach also with Ms. Smith. We teach Regents course, science Regents course, living environment, and we also teach other sciences.
Yes. So just to go through the sciences briefly, I know you guys are hearing a lot of information on this, but as a similar story with the U.S. history, sometimes students take the living environment course in their middle schools in 8th grade. So as a freshman, when you come in the fall, either you will be taking living environment or earth science. So if your student is taking living environment currently, then they will just move on to the earth science, which we teach at the sophomore level. So then you'll see the second year there is earth science or AP psychology. Now that course is one of the first AP courses that we brought into the, lower to the underclassmen level. So we do select some sophomores to take an AP course in their 10th grade year, which is just a nice opportunity to kind of spread out those AP exams and AP classes. So they're not so concentrated in, junior and senior year, which there are a lot of them. So, and that is my course. I teach living environment and AP psychology. And onto junior year, it might be chemistry or physics, again, depending on where the student starts, what track they are on, whether they started with living environment or earth science. And then senior year, another option of either physics, which Ms. Ladada teaches as well, as in addition to the living environment, and then an AP environmental science course. So there's another opportunity. We have 2 AP science classes that we offer, the psychology and environmental. The one big thing about the Regent science classes, so all those other classes besides the AP ones, to be considered a Regent science, there is a lab requirement. So as in all sciences, we do labs in the classroom. They're just a part of the regular class. but there is a requirement for them. So there's, I put the technical definition of how the state defines it, but they call it seat time. But basically, if you do the math, it's something like 1,200 minutes of seat time. But basically, we complete about 27 full periods of lab. And it is a requirement. So students definitely, our goal, I know my goal, and I think Mrs. Ladada's as well, is just get the lab done in class. Really kind of no homework from lab. So everyone just, if you're present in class, we get the lab done together. So there's sort of no issues with that, having that requirement to take the exam. Okay, on the next slide, Ms. Ladada will just show you there are just 4 mandated labs that we are required to do from the state. If you just want to you can take a look, but if Ms. Ladada wants.
Okay. For living environment, we have 4 major state labs that students must do and complete. As you see, we have state lab number 1, which is relationship and biodiversity. Number 2 is making connections. And number 3 is the beak of the finches, which is about evolution and natural selection. And then the 4th one and the last one is about the cells and diffusion through the cell membrane, is about diffusion and osmosis. Those are mandatory labs that students must complete. They are big labs. They're going to take about 3 to 4 periods to complete them. And they are hands-on science, and they're going to be collecting data. They will be interpreting data, analyzing data, and making conclusions, and that kind of stuff. Those are the major labs that students must have. And also we have additional labs that we teachers, we have to set up to complete the 27 labs. And that's what it is for the labs. And they must pass the labs. They must have the requirement in order to sit for the regions. And actually it takes about 25% of their total grade. That's how is actually the labs are graded, are 25% of the total grade of the class. Next slide.
Yeah, and then this is just, again, just like all the other graduation requirements that for the other courses that they've been going through. So again, a student must get at least 6 credits total. Again, so that would be 3 full years of science minimum. And then you can see here for the Regents versus Advanced Regents, just again, 65 on 1 exam, and then an Advanced Regents diploma would require it on 2 exams. So definitely the living environment, and then on 1 other science exam.
And by the way, also science, just like the other subjects, if student have 75 and higher, they are actually also Regents placement. I'm sorry, they are college placement. For college, they require 75% or higher.
Thank you.
Great, so I'm back again. So Ms. Rena, again, math teacher, but I'm here to talk about other required courses because I'm sure you noticed on that freshman schedule that it wasn't just math, science, English, and social studies. There was also physical education. This is required for all 4 years, and 4 credits are needed for graduation. So physical education will happen for 1 semester, it will be Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then the next semester, it will be Tuesday, Thursday. So the students will be getting half a credit per semester that they take phys ed. And the second requirement is health. So physical activity is the key to a healthy lifestyle. So health is also mandatory. It is required for 1 semester. However, we think that it's very important, and we think that students need the course, and we offer it for a full year. So it would be 2 credits total. It would not be a Monday, Wednesday, Friday class. It would instead be a full Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday course. So the students are really immersed in that content. And then there are other required courses that will come about, such as the arts. So again, in order to have a New York State diploma, you must have 1 year of art. In our school, that actually happens to be music, hence the headphones. And so you would need 2 credits towards graduation. Again, I'm so sorry about my cat if you see her. And you also need Spanish. Now, in other schools, you would potentially need Spanish for 3 years, or a foreign language for 3 years. But because we are a CTE school, your electives will actually be done through your CTE major. So you only need Spanish for 1 year. You do need the 2 credits, which is 1 credit per semester. You can also take the LOTE exam, the language other than English exam. And what's wonderful about that is it can be used towards graduation. It can also be used for an advanced Regents diploma. In fact, you need it for an advanced Regents diploma. In our school, since we are a smaller school, we do only offer Spanish as that language. However, if you are fluent in another language and you would like to take the LOTE in another language, you will have that option as well. And then on to our famous CTE majors. This is something that you will pick in the spring of your freshman year. So about a year, a little bit shorter than a year from now, your child or you will be making this decision. And there are the 3 majors. Ms. Mack will always go into that with you next year, as will the teachers. We have Cisco, CTEC, and graphic design. You'll get the 2 credits from this within your first year, just through Ms. Mack's class. You'll get 2 more credits as a sophomore, 2 more credits as a junior, and you will also, in your senior year, have a double period of your CTE class. Why? Because this is when you're starting to do your real internships, you're getting work-based learning in there, and you're really buffing up your resume and finishing your certification exams. So actually, every year starting your sophomore year, you will take a certification exam within your major. And so long as you complete and successfully pass all 3, you will be considered certified on your diploma. Ms. Payne and Mr. Jones.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Mr. Jones. Good to see you.
Hi, Marilyn. Good to see you. I'm Dan Jones, school social worker.
I'm Ms. Payne. I'm one of the special education teachers. I am in the math department. And what I'm going to present to you, which is on the screen, is our special education services. ICT setting available in the 4 major subject areas, which is mathematics, science, social studies, and English language arts. And what ICT means is integrated co-teaching. And what we do here at Chelsea, we modify and adapt instruction so all our students can learn. Second bullet point, paraprofessional support available as mandated by the individual education program. Third bullet point, services provided in class or in a small group setting, which we call SETS. And what SETS is the special education teachers, we supplement instruction to support students in the general education class. TOPS, internship program, is our last bullet point. And what that is it stands for Training Opportunities Program. It's a specialized program for students with special needs. It consists of a paid internship, and it is supervised by Chelsea staff. Next slide. Thank you. Mr. Jones, I'll turn the mic over to you.
Okay, thank you. So in high school, it's about earning credits and passing regions. The New York State requires 44 credits in specific areas in order to earn a high school diploma. So if you divide that by 4, on pace would be 11 credits per year. The students at Chelsea earn more than 44 credits because of the opportunity to earn certification in the different CTE sequences, but on pace to be considered a sophomore, students will have to have earned 12 credits. To go on to be considered a junior, students will have to have earned 24 credits, and so on. It's there on the slide. If a student falls short of that average, it doesn't mean they have to repeat a whole year. It means that they have to make up the credit for that particular course where they may have fallen short. So as long as the student passes algebra, that student will be going on to geometry the next year, even if they're, by credit, they're not considered, by credit accumulation, they're not considered sophomores. But we do our best to support students and make sure that we can identify early if there's any needs students have in order to make sure that they're on pace. There's a lot of student support with the school counselors, with myself, with all the teachers know all of the students. So we do our best to make sure that students are on pace to accumulate credits, at least if by this pace, 12 per year, but oftentimes it's more than that students are able to earn.
Okay, need help? After school tutoring is available Wednesday to Friday. Second bullet point, partnership with The Door, which is literally next door to Chelsea High School. And they provide tutoring, Regents exams, SAT exam, and prep courses. College skills programs specifically for 10th graders to hone their skills in math and English. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Next slide. I'm going to pass the mic to the next person.
Miss Lawrence.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. Again, this is
Ms. Lawrence, before you do, I
Lawrence.
just
I'm sorry. Again, this is Miss Lawrence. For anyone who might have joined us a little bit later, I will be your child's guidance counselor. So I'm going to be talking briefly about College Now courses. College Now is a program that allows high school students to take college level courses while still in high school. Our College Now partner is the City University of New York, Borough of Manhattan Community College. How does a student get into a College Now course? The selection criteria is the same as the college readiness benchmark that the teachers have been talking about in terms of their Regents scores. For example, a minimum of a 75 on the ELA Regents and a minimum of a 70 on the Algebra 1 or Geometry Regents. Students who have not yet taken the SATs, students need to have a minimum of an 80 grade point average. If they have taken the SATs, they need to have minimum scores of 480 on the math and English section. These College Now classes are offered to juniors and seniors, and they are online and they are offered on Saturdays. Why should you take College Now classes? Well, the major advantage is to get a jump start on your college education. Students can graduate with as many as 12 credits, which is the equivalent of about 1 semester of college. All courses are free of charge. All courses are fully transferable. And this basically means that your child will not have to take these courses once they go to high school. And these particular courses were chosen because these are part of what is called the core curriculum. So regardless of the major or the school that the child decides, the college rather, that the child decides to enroll into upon graduation, these are some of the typical core courses that all students will have to take. I'm sure if you were to do a survey of our staff, they'll say that they have taken some, if not all of these courses. So those are the major benefits of the College Now courses program. I mean, if you think about it, it's really a win-win. You're saving money, you're saving time, but more immediately, students are being exposed to the rigors of a college campus. They're being exposed to the rigors of a college course. And this also has the immediate benefit of increasing and improving their current academic performance. While still in high school, they tend to do a lot better on their SATs and also on their Regents exams. We strongly encourage and we support and we work with our students and our parents to ensure that they can utilize all these programs that are available.
Ms. Scott, would you like to talk about PSAL?
Let me say, how many students do I have out there this evening? Let me see the hands. Let me see those hands. I have what I call the Chelsea cheer. When I say Big C, I want to hear everyone from the audience say Chelsea. Okay? Big C,
Chelsea.
Chelsea.
Big C.
Chelsea.
Right. Okay. I hear Lucy. I hear it. So I want to say something about the sports. Before I get to the sports, I want to say that not only is your college and your future important, but also the career that you're going to take at, or major that you're going to take at Chelsea. You know, that helps to supplement if you do decide to go to college. Some of you may want to go out to work before you decide to go to college, or you can do both. So I want to say that is the point of coming to a CTE. We are giving you a choice. So let me talk about sports. What do you need to be a part of the teams? You must have a medical. You must have parental consent. We must also have the COVID testing. And so all of those things, as freshmen, we are not as concerned about your grades, but you have to pass and come to school. For example, we have cross country. Cross country is for we have a boys team and a girls team. Cross country, meaning that you're running the distance. That is in the fall, and that starts in August. We have girls and boys bowling. Bowling! And you say, bowling? Where's the bowling alley? We go to Queens and we bowl against other schools. There's bowling scholarships out there, I want you to know. Bet you didn't know that. Then we have, and that's all in the fall, and that goes from August until the end, early October. And then we have what we call the winter sports. We have boys varsity basketball, girls varsity basketball, and JV basketball. So again, you have an opportunity to get involved in school activities. And that runs from October to about February. Then we have the spring sports. I'm sorry, I forgot one winter sport, indoor track. Indoor track, and if anyone lives in Manhattan, we do that at the Armory in Washington Heights. That is dealing with the shot put, hurdles, sprint, relay. So we have a lot going on. This is a small school, but oh boy, do we have a lot of sports. Then we have what we call the spring sports. We have girls softball. We have boys baseball, and we have handball. Maybe some of the parents out there remember handball. You know, it's that little round ball and you hit it against the wall. Yes, it is a sport. And so I ask that you all come along and you'll be able to have more information, and I will get to see you in September. You will have our emails. You will be able to email us any questions that you have about the sports. What I'm saying to you, what is important, that you keep your grades up and that you attend school on a regular basis. So I'm going to ask you, come enjoy the Chelsea Lions athletic program. Lions! Lions! You are going to be the mighty, mighty Lions. And so what do I say? Lions in the house. Let me hear you roar. Lions, roar! Lions, roar! Thank you. And if you have any questions, let me know. Thank you. From Ms. Lydia Stone, thank you so much. I'm liking that you are participating in our roaring of Chelsea. We are leaders, innovators, orators, newsmakers, and scholars. Remember that. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Scott, our cheerleader for Chelsea. So moving on, so we don't just have sports, you know, and I think that sports are a wonderful thing. I did sports myself in high school. We also have extracurricular activities, you know, not that we're competing with sports, but let's say that you do a winter sport and you don't do a fall or a spring one. Well, we still have something for you to do. We have plenty for you to do. We have Art and Design Club that meets after school with Mr. Fowler. We have an e-blast, which is phenomenal. It's student run with 2 teachers who kind of advise and make sure that everything is well put. And it's like a little weekly newsletter that gets sent out via email to every student and faculty member. And it just highlights things that we've done, things that you've done, anything that's important, anything that's fun. We do opinion pieces from students, artwork displays. We also have an Amy I Can, which is a female student empowerment group. We have a filmmaking club that I have to say has done some pretty remarkable things this year. We work with a gentleman who actually teaches at another school, and it's phenomenal what they've come up with. The yearbook, and I can't go on enough about this yearbook. Our yearbook is student generated. It is 100% student generated during their senior year in their graphic design classes. And what I can tell you is this year, despite the pandemic, despite the isolation, not being able to work in person, I have to say that this is the finest yearbook I have ever seen in all of my years of teaching. I know I look young, but I've been teaching for almost 10 years now. And it is just phenomenal what students are able to do and the creativity that we see. And that leads
Chelsea Lions, Chelsea Lions.
When you come to the school, we'll be sure to show you a copy of that yearbook. It's just phenomenal. I can't rave enough about it. And then the Student Voice Alliance was actually created last year when there was a lot of violence and a lot of hatred towards minority groups. Our students said, we need to have a group where we talk about this, where we make change. Another big thing that's my personal favorite, I think you guys heard me mention, food is like my jam. Food is my life. I live for food. I love food. It's everything to me. And so we do a Thanksgiving potluck. We're not quite sure what it will look like, post-COVID times, but we usually have a Thanksgiving potluck. Everyone brings in something, families, students, teachers. We get to eat after school together, and it's just a really good time. Another thing we like to do, Mr. Abais and I run game nights, movie nights, where we order in popcorn. We have popcorn, we have pizza, we have soda. And then we like to do spirit weeks. And there's a lot of student choice. So if there's something that you don't see that you want, you just have to propose it to me. I am the coordinator of student activities. And if we can get enough interest generated and we can get you an advisor, we can make that happen. I work really, really closely with Ms. Ebo, who's going to speak about her part in this school as student advocate.
Hi, everyone. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Welcome to Chelsea. My name is Ms. Ebo, and I'm the student advocate of the school. Myself and Coach V, we're here to build community. That's what we're all about. We're here to make sure everyone who's in our school feels safe, feels valued, and has a voice. Okay, we do that through a lot of restorative circles. And if we have any issues, we do a lot of mediation and conflict resolution. We have a progressive, restorative, we practice progressive, restorative practices when it comes to discipline and behavior management in our school. And basically, we're here to welcome you. We want to make sure every student has a voice. We want to make sure every student feels that there's someone in our school that they can talk to. And that's basically what I have to say to everyone today. And welcome to Chelsea. And I look forward to meeting you all.
Ms. Ebo and I are always working together on little things. We actually implemented, and we hope to bring it back, this thing called PBIS, where, positive reinforcement again, right? So getting rewarded for the things that you do that you should be rewarded for. And my office used to be so busy during lunchtime. I miss that so much. And I hope that it can come back just a little bit next year. Thank you, Ms. Ebo. Stop it, Kat. So, we want to always end our major presentation portion on the academics with some positivity, right? So SMART goals are goals that are measurable, that they have a time restriction. And so what we hope by the time that you reach June 2025, because you are the class of 2025, we hope
2025, 2025, 2025, the Lions.
We're very excited, as you can tell, for our class of 2025. So sorry, my cat again. Sorry, guys. But we hope that you'll have lifelong friendships and connections with your Chelsea CTE family. That's your staff, that's your friends, that's anyone that you can meet at Chelsea that you really bond with. We still have students who message us and come back to visit. We have family members who come in now. We have kids coming into our school from from previous graduates from the 80s. We have cousins, we have siblings. We really do treat this as a family. We also hope that you'll have your 2 to 3 CTE certifications under your belt. They look amazing on your resume, as does 54 hours, hashtag 54. We're going to put that everywhere for your career readiness activities, right? Because that is something that goes towards your CTE endorsement on your diploma. And we are also hoping that you find that the next 4 years are challenging but fun coursework, right? That consists of some of your College Now classes, some AP classes, and other classes that just interest you. And we're just hoping that we make your next 4 years as memorable, fun, and challenging as possible so that you never get bored with us and that you're always looking for the next big thing. So there will be some next steps for you as we move forward. And I think Mr. Obayes is doing this portion.
Great. Thank you, Ms. Rena. So even though you guys don't have homework exactly over the summer, there are some things coming up that we wanted to let you guys know about. So this month, the 21st, which is a Monday, and the 25th, which is a Friday, we're gonna have 2 open houses. So you can come by, visit the school, take a tour, check out the classrooms, and get a feeling of like what the school is like before you actually come in September, right? So you'll feel a little bit more at home when you come for the first day of school. In a similar thread, on July 27th and July 28th, we're gonna have a 2-day summer bridge, and that's gonna be for freshmen, for you guys to get to know each other a little bit, to get to know teachers a little bit, and to get set up with your accounts. So again, so when you come for the first day of school, it's a little bit easier, right? You already have some people you know you can talk to, you have some adults you know you can talk to, and you already have some of your accounts already set up, so you don't have to worry about, oh, what's my password? How do I make that username? What's all of this stuff, okay? The actual first day of school is Monday, September 13th. We'll all be back in the building together. And then we also wanted you guys to let you guys know this because it comes really quickly after the first day of school. We have the first holiday, which is Yom Kippur on September 16th, on that Thursday, okay? All right, and then speaking of what accounts we have to set up, there's 3 major accounts that students will have, well, actually, I'll talk, this is mostly for families, but the Pupil Path account is also gonna be for students, and the schools account students will also have. So Aparu is what we use for digital paperwork. Because of the fact that we started using this after the pandemic because we couldn't really send anything home. So all of the forms are now digital. You don't necessarily have to worry about collecting papers and signing papers. It's all online. And you just have to make sure you set up your Aparu account so you can do that. So all of the traditional stuff you have to do, like blue cards at the beginning of the year, media consent forms, even, oh, it says right there, even permission slips. All of that is gonna be through Aparu. So having that account set up for families, that's gonna be really important. Pupil Path is what we use to record our grades. It's a digital grade book, so that's where teachers enter their grades. And then more importantly for you all, that's where you guys will get to see how your student is doing. And then eventually your students, as they're getting older and maturing more and taking on more responsibility, that's also how they're going to see their own grades and keep track of their own grades. So the Pupil Path account, families will have their own account and students will have a separate account. So you'll have those 2 accounts to see grades. And then it also includes things like attendance. And it's also a really good way to message teachers and for teachers to message you. And then there's the New York City schools account. This one here is more for like official stuff from the city. So things like official report cards, notifications that come straight from the New York City DOE. And then we also use this to log into Zoom. So if we're using Zoom next year, it's going to be really important to have your school's account to be able to log into any virtual meetings, okay? Thank you, Ms. Rena.
So it's Ms. Mohan again. I don't know how I'm going to make school supply lists exciting like your previous or the prior speeches that was given. But we have a recommended list. It's not required because of the pandemic, and we know unforeseen circumstances did occur. We do understand that you may not be able to have some of these supplies by September. And if this is the case, we will ask that you could please email us. On the next slide, we'll see the different venues which you could email. But we want students to be organized. And a lot of the times when you get loose leaf and you get papers, you find them, I mean, we're all guilty of this. You find them all over the book bags or on the desks. And again, these are just recommended supplies, but if in September the student can come in with a notebook and a writing utensil, that would be lovely. And then we could move on from there. Next slide, please. So as I said before, in the event you need to get in touch with someone concerning school supplies or anything for that matter, we have Miss Maxwell, the parent coordinator. We have Miss Lawrence, who is the 9th grade and 10th grade counselor, guidance counselor. We have assistant principal, Ms. Perez, and assistant principal, Ms. Dixon. And if you would be so kind as to show your lovely faces. And we also, whose email is not here, we have Principal Reed. Where are you guys? Miss Maxwell, you saw Miss Lawrence.
We're here.
Miss
Thank you,
Perez, Miss
Mohan.
Dixon, Mr. Reed. Come on, show your Rico Suave. Come on.
Yeah. We're here.
Hello. Hi.
Hi, everyone.
Okay, so that's our wonderful administration. Miss Maxwell, would you like to say something?
Yes, I'd like to say thank you to everyone for this amazing orientation. I want to thank all parents for responding so fast to my text messages and emails. And thank you for being here today. And remember, you know where to find me now. And we got your emails and phone numbers correct. So yeah, thank you so much. You also have my office number and just text me. Thank you.
This is Miss Scott. Can I just say, please join the PTA. Please join
Yes.
the PA. We
Yes.
need you, parents. Please join the PA. See Miss Maxwell. Miss Maxwell
Yes.
will give you the information. PA, PA, PA.
Yes.
Yes, Miss Scott, thank you so much. We once a month, we will let you know. We will keep you posted. We send notification either by email or by text, letting you know it's usually off month, and also the SLT. Anyone wants to talk about the SLT, go for it.
Thank you, Ms. Maxwell. And these are some of the resources that we have. We have been currently using this since the pandemic, and we will continue to use this because we saw that it did assist students as well as families, parents and guardians with these resources to help them with their children. In terms of academic, we have we have many more, but these were the ones that we came up with for the presentation. We have Khan Academy. You could you enroll your child in it for free, and you will have other teachers tutoring the child based on the level, based on the content where the child may need assistance, and the kid gets points. So it's really nice. We have the New York Public Library BrainFuse. This is another online tutoring program. And then my favorite of favorites, because students love visuals, they love YouTube. So while you go into the YouTube channels, you have Crash Course, and Crash Course has various subjects that the student or parent could use to assist them. Social emotional, again, aside from the pandemic, both before and now, during and after, we do need social emotional assistance. We all do, whether you're a child or an adult or anywhere in between. So we came up with a few that you could use. We have the Calm app, since everybody seems to have a phone, like 7-year-olds have phones now. I remember I didn't get my phone until I was 21, but that's back in the days. We have your life, yourvoice.org, and then we have teenhealth.org. So it helps with a lot of mental health issues, something which society thankfully has brought current to us today, and it's no longer a stigma, but it's very prevalent. So it's something that we want our students and our families to feel comfortable with. And you also have us as staff members here at Chelsea.
Alrighty, and something else that you can do to gain a little more information is visit our website. That's chelseacte.org. Something that's really important, you guys can access the student and family handbook. If you go to the students tab and you click one of the options there. It'll say student handbook. You can also access, if you click parents, the parent student handbook. All right. So these resources will give you a ton of information about our school, things that'll be helpful to your children and to yourself as well. Just navigating small things that you'll need to know, important dates, important information, things about your staff. And in addition to that, you can go to our About Us or Contact Us link as well, and you can view our staff directory where you can see all of our teachers, our administration, supportive staff, everyone in the building. You can get photos. For some of them, maybe you can get some phone numbers. I'm not sure, but you will have a way to see all of, yes, Ms. Maxwell saying, yes, there are some of us have phone numbers attached. So this is where you can get your handbook and get some more information on all of our staff at Chelsea.
I'm muted.
Chelsea, Chelsea, Chelsea. Our colors are blue and gold. Blue and gold.
Thank you, Ms. Scott. And thank you to all the families that joined us this evening. So hopefully that was a nice overview of information and answered some, if hopefully all of your questions. And we just wanted to open it up a little bit more. I see there's been a lot of questions in the chat, but if anybody had any pressing issues or questions, if you just wanted to unmute.